Well, hey team, I thought I'd just touch base again quickly about this whole Uber Carshare Shutdown thing, and yep, it's definitely happening. It's happened very fast. We've got a couple more cars still to come back in, and then after that, that'll be the whole fleet grounded. Wanted to give a big shout out to everybody who's reached out to me with some brainstorming ideas of what to do next and how to approach this. We've got a few irons in the fire, trying to work with a couple of different companies out there to see if we can relist elsewhere, but there's only really two other players in the industry here in Australia. That's DriveMate and Turo, and unfortunately most of my vehicles don't qualify for their general eligibility, but DriveMate does have some extra circumstances that we might be able to qualify a few more under, but unfortunately with Uber Carshare shutting down, they're very overwhelmed and the systems are jamming up, and I've had a couple of test cars listed on the system for approval for a week and haven't heard anything back yet, and it's hard to get a clear answer from them. But to their credit, their support team has been pretty good at responding. I just haven't been able to get a decision out of them yet. It's interesting watching how Uber Carshare is dealing with this. I think something pretty majorly catastrophic has happened inside the business, either in a legal sense or a liability sense, and they've found a mission critical situation that means they can't operate because it happened very suddenly. There was no exit strategy, and they're actively trash piling the business. So they're not trying to preserve the vehicle listings, and they're not trying to preserve their customers, their users. They're actively trying to push them away to other businesses. So they're clearly not trying to preserve the business unit. They're not even trying to prepare it for sale. They're absolutely scrapping it. And that's pretty crazy considering they paid $110 million for it just 2 years ago, and now they're completely trash piling the whole thing. So for me, we're just gonna take this as a pause. We've written off the month of September as a chance to rethink our own strategy. I've been considering upgrading the fleet and turning a few things over and getting into less vehicles, more modern, more income on each vehicle, because each vehicle I've been running is a couple of $1,000s a year in overhead, and if I can double my income on half the cars, then that's a good thing to do, but it will be a bit more capital. Or maybe we'll do something completely different. Who knows? We've got time to think about it. We're not going to panic, but we definitely want to do something because we're enjoying this. I want to keep going in some shape or form. We've talked about going out on our own and starting our own business, or trying to piggyback on one of the other ones that's out there. So we're exploring a few options. So it is a bit of a gut punch to having been building a side business for the last 4 years and it finally getting traction and seeing some positive cash flow. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. We'll just use it as a chance to rethink and pivot, and we'll come up with something new. One of the things I am going to do is try and reactivate the YouTube channel a bit more, try and post more often, even if it's just a few shorts each week, but try and stay in touch with everybody. But yeah, we'll use the channel to document this adventure and see where we end up. So if you're interested in finding out what happens next, then feel free to stay tuned. And again, thanks to everybody who's been throwing out their support and giving me ideas on where to go from here. So I'll catch you again soon. As things develop, we'll let you know what's happening.